Hey, Physique Freaks, how's it going? Scott Tuzana, MetabolicMasterpiece.com. June 22nd, Wednesday. Got some footage from our leg workout coming your way, as well as every meal that I eat for the day. And for breakfast, I had 2/3 cup oats, a cup of mixed berries, scoop of strawberry protein powder, and a tablespoon of kefir. So this was just after 10:30, 20 minutes later in the gym. My second home, baby. Leg day. Let's get her on. And here are the fish flies just outside of the gym. It is fish fly season in full effect now. They have officially arrived. They gather under those lights at nighttime, and then they're dead carcasses down on the ground in the morning. Got the lacrosse ball here. I spent a few minutes rolling out my glutes and hips and hamstrings. Before the workout, did some warm-up sets on leg extensions, leg curls, then some warm-up sets on the squats. Nice lightweight, working up ourselves to starting with 185 and then 205 for 10 to 12 reps. So we had Mike over in the max rack. Paul and him were working in that one, and Rick and I were working on regular within the squat rack here. And Rick's working on his range, his depth. And then we got Colin in the background there waiting for his turn. He's using the Smith machine today. His back has been bothering him a bit. He's a heavy squatter, but the Smith machine is a little easier on his back, and he's able to feel the focus on his quads a bit more here. So kicking some ass with 225 on here. Again, nothing like he used to lift, but again, I think he's starting to become a lot like us, training a lot smarter, going for longevity in the sport, and that's where bodybuilding really comes in handy. Lifting heavy shit, it's all cool when you're younger. When you get a little older, Colin's 40 like me, you gotta be smart when you're lifting the heavy shit. It's not like you can't get away with what we could when we were younger, that's for sure. And then we got Mike here doing some ascending drop sets here in the leg extension, and I gave this guy the biggest hug when I saw him walk into the gym. We've been teasing him. I've converted everyone else into shaving their entire body to show off their shreddedness, and Mike walked in this morning all groomed up, and it makes a big difference. You really see those shreds pop out, the vascularity pops out. So welcome to the dark side, Mike. You're looking freaking phenomenal. These guys in their 50s just continuing to raise the bar and just making some amazing progress. Couldn't ask for better workout partners. Here I am doing a superset between the 45-degree hyperextension, where this is a glute and hamstring focused exercise. So I'm really focused on driving my hips into the padding there. So much like a Romanian deadlift or a good morning or any of those types of movements where it's a hip hinge movement, it's the same idea, but my hips, I'm not pushing my butt back, my hips back and hips forward. You're not seeing that happen, but there is a force where I'm really driving those hips into the pad, and you can really feel those hamstrings and glutes tighten up. So supersetting it with some step ups here, and holding 10 pounds in each leg. The main thing is really controlling this movement and keeping all that weight on the top leg. So I'm trying not to push off that back leg, and I am getting a really good stretch in the bottom here. So I'm allowing that back leg to bend a bit. So that gives me a much bigger stretch in the glutes on that leg that's on the step there. Nice controlled movement on the way down. You really keep the tension on the thighs, on the glutes when you're doing that, and even nice and controlled on the way up. You'll probably notice a difference between legs, and I certainly did here, especially the first week. This week, I'm feeling a little more comfortable with it, and this is the leg that I've been bothered with a bit with the glute tightness and the hip tightness. I was working that with the lacrosse ball earlier, but this is actually stretching it out really, really well. Getting that stretch in the bottom portion of the movement, it was stretching out my hamstrings, my glutes, and it just felt freaking phenomenal. So nice controlled movement and a little added weight this week. We didn't do that last week. I may even try to bump it up to the 25s next week. That'd be a huge jump up, but all in all, this felt freaking phenomenal. All right, gang. Time for a quick little chat here. Man, I gotta tell you, things are going exceptionally well. Really don't have any setbacks or challenges to report, which is kind of unusual for a fat loss phase. Usually there's tons of temptations, lots of obstacles that can creep in the way, lots of people kind of trying to sabotage your journey, and really I haven't been faced with any of it at all. I mean, there's temptations all around. Every time I go into the cupboard to grab the coconut oil or my protein powder or creatine or vitamins or anything like that, there's this week there's been those peanut M&Ms in there. When I go into the freezer to grab my mixed berries, I see a tub of ice cream in there. When I go to get my oats, I see some cookies in there. So there is temptations all around, but I'm just not tempted by it. So I'm not experiencing any big setbacks or challenges from it. It's there, and I just don't want it. And the big difference is that I really want to achieve my goal. And I think the big difference for me this go around right now, and it's exactly what has helped me in the past, is that I have an event tied into my goal. This photo shoot with Brian really has me driven, because I know Brian's going to be bringing his A game. He's going to be freakishly shredded as well, all freaking vascular, and he's a big beast at that too. So I know I need to hold my own when I'm next to him. So it's got me laser focused, and I just gotta tell you, I'm just loving the process. I love seeing the veins and the striations. I have a keen fascination with it. I love this shit. I absolutely love it. I want more. I've never been more driven. I've never had more fun in the gym. I've never had more fun eating well. I have my treats here and there when I feel I want them or need them. I don't feel like I'm guilted into anything. I'm just freaking loving the process and just really wanting to achieve my goal. And that's something that you can't make yourself do. You can't make anyone else want to achieve their goal. I've gone through this where, like, the initial 3 weeks where I was telling myself I wanted to start this cutting phase didn't go so well. And I could tell I just didn't want it bad enough. And then you just wake up one morning and you're like, fuck it. This is it. This is the moment. And it was the same thing. For those of you who don't know, I was 40 pounds heavier than what I am now, 40 pounds fatter, and carrying around at least 10 pounds of less muscle than I am right now. So really easily 50 pounds fatter than what I am right now. And I struggled for at least 5 years to break through that yo-yo dieting from 30 to 35, just trying to get ripped, wanting to get ripped, but not deep down kind of burning, yearning desire to get in the best shape of my life. And it wasn't until I booked a photo shoot, told myself I'm going to give myself ripped 6-pack abs for my 36th birthday, booked a photo shoot, paid for it in advance, and boom, I've never been more driven in my life. Definitely, I gotta say, documenting my journey like this, the daily stuff, this fires me up. I think just as much as having that deadline, because this is exactly what I did 5.5 years ago when I decided to get shredded. I started documenting every bit of the process, taking daily pictures, recording all the meals that I'm eating, sharing them with people. That kind of stuff really works well for me. But just wanting it, just really wanting it, and just if you feel like you're constantly sabotaging yourself or you just can't stick with it, it's okay to not be completely ready to achieve your goals. There's nothing wrong with that. You just take those steps, you keep moving forward. And that's what I've done in the past. I've gone through it, like feeling like I wanted it and getting started, and then you sabotage yourself, you fall off the wagon a bit, but you just keep getting back on. And then one day it's all gonna click in for you. One day you're just gonna fucking wake up and say, you know what, enough is enough. I'm ready, man. I'm ready. And that's it. Again, there's no magic pill, there's no magic trick, there's no secret to being ready. It is what it is. You're just gonna wake up one day and say, you know what, fuck it. I want to achieve my goals, and you're gonna do whatever it takes to achieve them, and you're gonna enjoy the process a hell of a lot more because you really want to be doing all the steps, everything that it takes to achieve that goal. You're gonna have no problem turning down foods because you're gonna want the best foods for you. You're gonna want those foods, and that's all part of it. Just wanting it. Again, just my little kind of rant for the day here. Tomorrow I think I'll be talking about flexible dieting, but yeah, just man, I'm fired up. I wish I had more challenges and setbacks to report for you guys so you can kind of relate to the struggles I'm going through, but fuck, I'm not going through any struggles right now. I had my Father's Day blowout, the epic cheat day. I don't consider that a setback. That was something that I wanted to do. I embraced fully, and probably won't be doing something like that for a real long time. Again, nothing bad came from that experience other than Monday not having the appetite that I should have had. But it all works out in the wash, man. It's just keep moving forward. All right, man. Let's get to every meal that I ate for the rest of the day. And once again, thanks for sharing this journey with me. And here I am talking about not really needing treats, and I got a text from Angie while I was doing that video, and she was asking to bring home an iced coffee from Tim Hortons, nowhere near the cold brew coffee that is my absolute favorite from Starbucks, but it was a nice little treat. Right after that, grabbed myself a cup of plain Greek yogurt, some mixed berries, and half a scoop of strawberry protein powder, and then I got some pork chops all marinated. I'm going to be cutting up some homemade potato fries with yellow flesh potatoes there. And Shane's going to have a little honey on his little plain piece there. Got them on the smoker, cooked them on here for about an hour. Got little, little apple wood chips in there. So it gives it a really nice flavor, really soaked into those pork chops. And here is the finished product. I grabbed 2 of those babies. Some homemade fries, mixed veggies, absolutely delicious, very satisfying. I may not need anything for the rest of the day here. We'll see. Right now, it's sitting at about 1,500 calories. And later that evening, Angie and I went down to the marina. We didn't think we were going to see the sunset. We thought it was going to be behind the clouds, but we just wanted to go hear the birds and just all the smells down there and just chill. It's awesome. And sure enough, right at the edge of the clouds, we'd been sitting here for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes and just listening to it all, and all of a sudden the sun peeked out from under the clouds, right at the edge of the clouds, probably the only place that it could have possibly popped out. And man, we were excited. It's been awesome. It's like, I think 5-6 days in a row that we've been watching the sunset. Just an awesome way to end the day. I did end up, I didn't eat anything else for the rest of the day, so I did finish off with approximately consuming 1,500 calories for the day. So that's low. That's lower than I would typically want. I usually aim for between 1,700 and 2,000, but it was fine. Like I just felt that tiny bit of hunger and went with it, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Probably going to try to aim for that 1,700 mark, but feeling good with this so far, feeling energetic, and just going to keep rocking with it. Thanks for sharing the journey with me.